in the saddle again. About that time? Yes. Dig it, baby. Go Seahawks. Good evening! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number... Holy cow. 44. 44 of our regular brand new spanking, oh my god, shit in a brick. Wednesday night broadcast. Hey everybody, it's the return of the one, the only. It's the Android Show. Now broadcasting live every week on hashtag Android. You know that funny little thing. Hashtag. It's a pleasure to see all six of you. Please. I guess if we take Vincent and I out, that'll probably only be 4. And that over there says I got 12 watching. Yeah, that's better than nothing for a first show, I guess. I'll take it. First show, whatever. Disclaimer, I'm bad at Today's date is Wednesday, January 9th, 2013. Pretty proud of myself that I didn't say 2012. It's currently a little after 6 p.m. Pacific time. I am your host. My name is Scotty Brown, broadcasting from the beautiful Pacific Northwest, Washington. Total homo, baby. Woo!
No homo, no homo.
We know you got the hots for me. It's all right. What can I say? The hair does it every time. It's a beautiful evening here. Quick introduction to my boss, my host, my co-host, my buddy. You know him, you love him. Give it up, Mr. Vincent Messina. What's up, Vince?
Hey, how's it going? Looks like we're just getting thumbnails on the show here. People are putting it in chat, not getting the full view.
People in chat aren't getting the full view. Oh, why not? They should.
I just checked and I'm getting just thumbs too on the actual site.
Oh, what if if you continue to... Oh, I love that. They tell me that my hangout will be terminated if I keep doing...
music.
If I keep everything. So, okay, hold on. It's just black. So let's see.
There we go.
Quick refresh of the page and see if that works. And hit play.
There we go.
Ah, there we are. Okay, yeah. So the player works. I had a black screen too, but I hit play or something, and boom, it works. So there it is. No, you're not getting the full Monty. So this is going to be our first show, and it's going to be epic. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a great time. I'm going to close this because it's telling me that that if I don't end the show, that they will hate me, and that's bad. So, anyways, here we are. It'll be our first time on hashtag Android. I'm really happy to see everybody here, and like to see the chat room kind of piling up a little bit there. We got the chat roll going. I've also got the phone lines open. We're going to go back to old school, okay? So, the show has evolved. I've been doing broadcasting now for about 3 years about Android broadcasting over the web, and we've evolved. First we started out with audio, and then we moved over to video that was just, oh my goodness, it was terrible. But as time progresses, things have gotten better. And I've worked for a couple different sites, and Vince and we did a stint at Cult of Android, which was great. But they did some personnel changes and decided to go in a different direction. So Vince says, screw it, I'm going to go do my own thing. You want to come help? And I'm like, well, of course I want to help. I'm handling the media side of things, the broadcast. Vince is running the blog. He's doing a great job. This guy, he works a full-time job, plus he does what he does. So you got to give props to a hardworking guy. Not to mention, he also has a family. And being a family man myself, trying to balance all of this shit together really it's difficult. So Vince, thank you very much for the opportunity to work with you some more and get to do a show. I'm one of the few people who really enjoy getting to do what I do. And so thanks a lot, man. I certainly appreciate that. So
my pleasure.
Excellent. We also have, like I said, so we're going to go old school on this. You know, for years we used to do during the broadcasts. Used to do callers. I'd take live callers on the show, and I kind of fell out of the habit of that when I was working for another site because it was really kind of unscripted, and people would come on and sometimes they'd say things that weren't popular, or they'd say they'd say they'd drop the F-bomb or whatever, and they were kind of like, you can't do that, that's bad. So we're going to return the callers. So we're going to do the callers, and as far as I know, we're the only Android as far as I know, we're the only kind of even broadcast that does anything like this with Hangouts on Air that also includes a live calling queue. It's always been fun. It's a great way to give stuff away. It's a great way to take questions and get people involved. And that's kind of what we're all about is trying to get our viewers and our readers involved with us. That's always been a big focus of my work within Android is I like to be I really like to be that guy that that likes to be involved with the people, and when I go to I/O or the Big Android Barbecue or whatever, lots of hugs are given out because I like to know people, and so we're going to do that. We're going to go back to the call queue. I've got the same number that I've had for years. It's 347-838-9645. And I'll give that out periodically through the show because I've got 2 Ingress invites that I want to give away. And we're going to do it over the phone. So you're going to have to call in. You're going to have to take your introverted little nerdy self out from behind the keyboard, pick up your phone, and use it for what it's actually made for, which is making a phone call. Okay? So I don't accept texts or emails. You have to actually call me. 347-838-9645. You can see I'm sporting my blue mohawk, and for those of you guys that have known me and watched my shows for a couple years, you know that the only time I sport the blue mohawk is when the Seattle Seahawks are in the playoffs. That's right. I'm a giant Seattle Seahawks fan. Yeah. So, Justin, what's up with the sound, man? What are you saying? Oh, that's Vince is messing with things. Vince, are you messing with things? Yeah.
Yeah, I was crinkling some swag over here that I'm going to give away.
All right. You're really quiet. Can you turn up your volume or something a little bit?
How's that?
No, it just distorts.
Any better?
Myself a fancy new mic.
Yeah. Not a good that does.
Yeah. Yeah, you're really distorted. So I don't know, maybe we can work on that through the week or something. But yeah, you're getting big time distortion through that microphone. So
any better?
I know Vince is sitting there. He's got a hungry man on his lap. So essentially, with this show, this is episode number 44 of the Android Show. This will be my 44th one that's been branded under the Android Show. I've done shows I did Roots Live for a while. I did Android Guys Thursday night. I got to pioneer that project. I've done a lot of shows, but taking it kind of back to the roots of what I do best was always the Android Show. That was my branding. That's what I've used as my brand since I started broadcasting. One of my brands. The other brand being Android After Dark, which we'll probably get to talking about a little later. I haven't really talked to Vince too much about it, but it's something that I definitely want to get back into the habit of doing, because I know people... You guys, the only reason why anybody watches this show is to find out when we're going to do the next After Dark, for real. So... but let's. I want to get in a little bit about why we're doing this, why we've got hashtag Android going, the partnership between Vince and I, what this show's about, and etc. So Vince, let's roll back the clock about a week and a half. We'll go back, and you had this concept, and we talked a little bit about it. Why don't you kind of go into the history of what brought you to hashtag Android, kind of what it's about, and why we're here.
First, how's this second mic? Any better?
Better, but your volume's still pretty low.
Okay. So maybe I should scream.
No, I'm turning you up as we talk, hoping that helps.
All right. Well, basically, I've been working, with different Android sites. I've been brought on by a couple different people to pretty much get their site going. Get it on the map and whatnot. The majority of these people that hire me, yes, they happen to be Apple fanboys who have successful Apple blogs, such as my last stint with Cult of Android. They had Cult of Mac, which is huge. And what happens is these Apple entrepreneurs, they see how well Android is doing and how they're activating how many 800,000 phones a day, and they think to themselves, we got to get a piece of this pie. And they hire me, and I don't mind it because I love the work. I love talking about Android, and I get to do what I love to do. So I guess sometimes I don't care really who's paying me, but that kind of changed. I got sick of the whole dealing with the Apple bosses, because when it came down to it, they really had absolutely no clue what was going on in the Android community, and I dealt with it for way too long. And my last stint it didn't, I'm trying to be one of those, not say anything bad, but needless to say, I figured, what, it's time to go off on my own. I've started up enough Android blogs to know how to do it, and I definitely have the work ethic, to put in the times, and it's something that I love and enjoy. So I'm all done, working for other people. This is all mine. This is my baby. I somehow managed to get it up in a couple days, which I'm still trying to figure out how I didn't destroy the server, but
you worked your ass off, man.
yeah, it's still going. I mean, it's still a work in progress, because right now I'm a one-man team. I'm web designer. I'm blogger. I'm editor. I'm everything right now. But I hope to get it rolling. I hope to get some more followers coming, get some more writers. Do this show, obviously. And as always, I enjoy the community. That to me is the best part of Android. Hands down. So I'll definitely be working with community members at getting the word out on their apps or whatever, their swag, or whatever they make, their cases, their hats, their little mini collectibles, whatever. So I'm all about it. I'm all about the community. I'm all about Android. It's what I love to do, and I hope to bring that love to all you guys, and I hope you you follow us.
Show a little love in return. Had to hit us up on G Plus or on G Plus or Facebook or whatever. We want to get involved with you guys too. That's kind of the whole idea behind this. Vince and I are both extremely community oriented. So show us a little love. Follow us on Google Plus. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook. That's kind of what we want. We're building. Really, Vince is building this stuff from scratch, man. This is going to be an awesome cake. And we're starting with the flour and the eggs right now. So anyways, make sure you hook us up, retweet our stuff, give us some love, and we promise that we'll give you some love back. I mean, my plan is every week on the show we're going to give something away for to our viewers / listeners, whatever. Also, just as a heads up, if you happen to miss the show, it'll be up on the YouTube channel. Also, we're going to have an RSS feed of just the audio. So if you like to, if you have a favorite podcast app, Dogcatcher or whatever, and I know a lot of people like to just listen to audio when they're working or commuting or whatever, I'll make sure that all of the shows are archived via audio as well, that you can subscribe to, so that you always get them right after the show. So that being said, Vince has got something good going here, and we're looking forward to doing some great work within the community and having some good times with you guys. So
I'd like to also point out that this is it. You see how much people move around. Just look at Scotty. He's been everywhere, and there's tons of bloggers out there that have been everywhere, and me included. But that's it. I'm done. This is going to be my baby, so it's sticking around. Don't get discouraged to add it to your circles or anything else like that, because it's going to be around for a long time. I'm not going anywhere.
The idea isn't to be the biggest. I think the idea is just to produce quality content and have a good time doing it. Is that kind of what you're getting at, Vince?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not. I mean, believe me, there's a lot of quality Android blogs out there, and I'm not here to try to go head to head with Android Central or anybody like that. I'm just here to to share, you know, my opinions and my love for Android with the community, and hopefully I have something, you know, insightful or different to talk about, and you know, just have a good time and be a community, you know, not so much a blog. It's a little line that you know, I'm not gonna ever really cross. I think I'll always just do it, you know, for the love of it, not versus some of these big guys just trying to get, you know, the traffic and everything, which of course I want, but you know what I mean.
Right. You know, you started something because now I'm apparently they're talking about me in the chat, and they're saying that I'm a slut and I get around the block, and
Hey, at least you're not Russell Holly, right?
yeah, the doorknob. And let me follow this up. I love Russell. Russell is my friend, my good friend, and I've often referred to him as the Android community doorknob because he's on every. He always gets a turn. He's always on a different show or a different blog, or I mean, everybody knows and loves Russell Hawley. So yes, Christian, the Mohawk is blue. Thank you. So little history about the broadcast. I touched mostly on it at the beginning of the show. You know, I've been doing this now for about 3.5 years, and we've hit a bunch. And my goal for this broadcast is really to kind of bring some developers and some community people to you guys. In the past, I've interviewed everybody from CyanogenMod team members, AOKP members, Team Gummy members. I've interviewed Google employees, Pauline Patel. I've interviewed Adobe employees, T-Mobile, OEM, HTC, and you know they come on the air and they share what they have to say. And it's never been anything uncomfortable. It's actually been really cool to have some of these community people or people that are in the industry to have a direct connection with the viewers and the listeners and whatnot. So you can expect that from us. Again, I'm not really concerned about having 1 million viewers. I mean, yes, I would sure like to be Leo Laporte with the blue Mohawk. That'd be awesome. I'm telling you, if I got as big as Leo Laporte was because of this, I'd wear this every day, 365. So otherwise, you know, I'm really concerned again with quality. I'm really with Vince on this. I want to produce a quality broadcast, have fun doing it, and bring some pretty cool industry and community people to light. And that means that anything that I can do to support the community, whether it's events like the Big Android Barbecue with Aaron Caston and that group, or if it's you know, if it's somebody who's doing some cool swag like Andy's threads, you know, Daniel Benavides and them. If I can get them on the air and give them some exposure, yeah, that's totally what we're all about. So. That's what the show is going to be. From here forward, you'll always find guests on here. It's not just going to be Vince and I. We're going to have, like I said, developers or whoever. I expect every show to have at least 2 additional people besides the 2 of us on here, and we'll make it.
Yeah. I'd like to get, you know, just some of our viewers and readers on too once in a while too, just to get their opinions and throw things around with them and let them get in on the fun as well, you know.
If you've got something important to say, you know, and if you can put together a cohesive sentence, you know, and not be a total jackass, then chances are I'm going to put you on the air one way or another, whether it's through a phone call or whether it's going to be on video. So, yeah, that's what we're focused on with the show. The rules of the show are real simple, and I'll reiterate this probably at the beginning of every show. I'm okay with cursing. But I do draw a line. Do not, if you're on the air, if you get on the air, you call in or whatever, I don't tolerate the F-bomb, all right? I don't tolerate anything above the F-bomb. And you know the words I'm talking about that go beyond the F-bomb, all right? We know those words. You know, if you say shit or ass or piss or whatever, I'm cool with that. I'm okay. Vince, I think Vince is probably okay with that too. Anything at the F-bomb level and above, save it for Android After Dark. And if you've never seen an Android After Dark, that's where you're going to hear us really drop those words and kind of cut loose and get completely just trashed. It's a lot of fun, and I'm sure we'll do one here probably within the next couple weeks. So, moving forward, let's talk a little bit about the outline for the future of #Android. Kind of, you know, I mean, we talked a little bit about being community oriented and whatnot, and where you come from. You know, what is really the goal? Where do you see this project in 6 months or 12 months?
Well, you know, I'd like it to be a place, you know, where you can go and just get Android all the time. I mean, hence the uh, name of the site, hashtag Android. It's just going to be a place where you can get Android news. You can see reviews. You can see opinions. I'm not. I've never been known to be that guy who just oh, it's an Nexus 4, so I gotta love it. I voice my opinions as true can be. Sometimes they might be a little premature, but I speak it when I think it, and that's just how it is. You won't agree with me, and I don't expect you to agree with me all the time. If you did, I'd be a little scared. So that's just what you can expect from me and from hashtag Android with editorials and stuff like that. But it's like I said, it's just going to be a place you can come and get all things Android. Hopefully, it gets some dev stuff going. Some how-tos for the beginners, some rooting and the ramming, and I mean just a little bit of everything.
Right. Yeah, I think that that it's going to end up being a good mix of news plus development concerns, and I try to hit everything without all the garbage. There's other sites out there and other blogs out there that do a really good job at what they do best. Whether it's there's some sites that really focus on the rumors, and they do that great. There's other sites that focus on kind of editorials, and they do that great as well. So I'm really excited to see this project evolve over time. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. So, anyways, let's roll along here. We're going to give away a couple Ingress invites, and then we're going to talk a little bit about some CES news, and then we're going to call it quits for the night. It's going to be a short show. Again, this is kind of just an introductory episode to us, to the broadcast, to the website. Et cetera, et cetera. So let's talk. Let's try these phone lines and see if these phone lines work. Let's give away an Ingress invite. The phone number is 347-838-9645. 347-838-9645. It's in the chat. Give a call. That's the call queue, and I'll put you on the air. Hopefully this works. I think I got it all set up correctly. So we'll find out here in a minute or two. I guess I need people to call. I've got two Ingress invites. And 347-838-9645. Gosh, I'm sorry. That's what I get for transposing numbers. 347-838-9645. 338-9645. Yeah, I transposed some numbers. So 347-838-9645 is the number. Let's give an Ingress invite away. Hopefully this works. Area code 740. You're on the air. Who's this? 740. Speak us.
That.
Oh, no. Shut up. My email. Area code 740. Hello. Yeah. And I heard him for a second. Try again. 740. Going once. Going twice. You're done. Okay. Another important thing. If you call in, make sure you turn down the volume on your computer or whatever it is that you're listening to us on. That way you don't get an echo or a feedback loop. It's really confusing. Turn it off. So someone, come on, 347-838-9645 is the number. And oh, nice. Look at that. There's Flash. 347-838-9645. Here we go. Area code looks like 585. You're on the air. Who's this? 585, going once.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Oh, it's working.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Do you have your computer volume or something turned down?
It is a really big delay from... There's a really big delay.
Right. That's probably because you're also listening to it on your computer or whatever, instead of having a phone call with
me. Wait for it.
Yeah, right?
Oh, well, I can't seem to hear it through the phone.
Oh, you can't
I don't know why.
through the phone. You should be able to hear it through the phone. That's crazy. I wonder if I have this.
Maybe that's the issue.
Maybe that is what the issue is.
No.
Let's take a look. Hold on. Oh, I know why. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
It helps when I unmute Skype. That's nice. Hold on a second. Are you joining again? Is that you?
Did I do that?
Hello?
All right. Hey, what's up, man? Who's this?
This is TJ from Rochester.
TJ. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. This is fun.
Hello.
This is great. You said your name is TJ?
Yes.
Awesome.
In the chat, chat, I'm Average Toaster.
Your average what?
Toaster in the chat.
Your average toaster. Oh, I like average toaster. That's a cool name.
Yeah.
So, can you guys in the chat room? Can you hear him talking to me? Let's see. So let's wait for someone.
Yeah,
I'm
a
hearing
bit
him
of a
just
delay
fine.
there.
Okay, Vince, can you hear him? Okay.
I hear him just fine.
Oh man. Oh, that's awesome. Yay! Awesome. So you want an Ingress invite, dude?
Yep.
Awesome. I love that. Okay, so let's do this. I need you, average toaster in the chat room. There you are, right there. I'm gonna send you a private message. Send me your email. Okay, I want you to send me your email in the chat, and I'll send you I'll go ahead and send you an Ingress invite, and you can join up and play with us. Cool?
All right.
TJ, thanks for joining, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks.
All right, brother. Have a good night.
You too.
Peace. So, Vince, it works. Can you believe that?
Having better luck than I am.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I did a bit of magic or something to actually get this shit to work. So
I'll tell you, I don't want to cut you off real quick, but I just want to get this out there. You have no idea how pissed I was over the past couple days trying to figure out why in this day and age computers or sound cards cannot come with inputs other than just RCA and 3.5 millimeter. Seriously, I mean, with so many people doing webcasts, so many people recording music onto their laptops and whatnot, why in the world isn't there an XLR input or a 1/4 inch input or anything like that? There's no reason for it nowadays with computers, and it'd be so easy to implement. And I was just like, seriously. All right, go on.
I'm with you. You know, I've got a fairly wicked setup here. I don't know if I can spin the camera around. Let's see. I'm going to show you guys what I got going on here. So the way I've got 4 monitors across here. You know, here's my software soundboard, and there's all my chat stuff over there. And then I've got my mixer, my amplifier. I've got some monitors here, and then I got a couple more in the back. But I've got a pretty wicked setup. But you're right. Trying to get audio to interface with a computer is so difficult. I'd like to see a mixer, a high quality studio mixer with like a USB, something that I don't know that will USB with my desktop or something that would probably that would make it a little easier.
Let me show you this. Okay. I've got mixer there.
Yeah.
I've got this laptop. Camera's not doing too good there. Let's see. I got this condenser mic. I got all this stuff here. And right now, I'm using my Logitech webcam and mic. Because none of this will play nice with it.
You know, we can spend some time this week getting it to work correctly. I mean, none of this shit worked when the first time I plugged it in. And Justin's asking if I have Frankenskype. I have Frankenskype is an old setup that I had before Hangouts on Air were ever any type of idea in anybody's mind. I had Frankenskype, and it was the whole setup was 4 PCs that each one ran an instance of Skype. And then I had my production PC, and I had video cards in all of them. And what they would do is I would have each viewer or each guest on the show would Skype into an individual box, and I would mix the audio and the video outside of it all. I have a video mixer, a pretty sick video mixer. I'd mix the audio, and then I would run it all through a production machine. I would mux it up in Flash, in Adobe Flash, and send it out over a stream. And so I used to do it over Ustream until Ustream just kind of went to crap. And then we got actually I used to lease a Flash Media server, and it cost me $150 a month for this Flash Media server, and I had limited bandwidth and limited storage, but that gave us a great stream. But I'm telling you, man, it was a lot of work to get everything to work together. And then Hangouts on Air showed up and pretty much made my entire setup completely obsolete overnight. I was like, I had this. I learned how to do this by talking to Leo Laporte, by reading his stuff, going to his wiki, and seeing how his setup was made. And I had pretty much an identical setup to what he used to run when he was broadcasting out of his basement. I had an identical setup, just it wasn't as nearly as expensive or grandiose or fancy, but it worked the same exact way. And then Hangouts on Air came along and it was made everything I had completely obsolete, because now anybody can get on Google Plus and broadcast a quality stream. And well, at first I was like, now it's just I think it's great that anybody can do this. Anybody can come on here.
Google's excellent at coming in and just absolutely destroying entire businesses, let alone just one guy's little basement setup.
Well, what they did is they took a real difficult concept and they made it easy for anybody to do, which I thought was just brilliant. So
it is. It's brilliant. It's one of the best
I love it.
features of Google Plus by far.
All right, let's try area code 740 again. 740, you're on the air. Who's this?
This is Init.T, aka T-Bass.
Oh my God, you've been giving me a hard time. Just say, hold on, T-Bass?
Yeah.
Trevor. Do you not have an Ingress invite? I thought you already had one.
Oh no, I did. I just wanted to call and say hi. You're floating around everywhere.
Well, it's because this is our first episode, so I got to make sure everything works. So, okay, well, you just call in and say hi. How are things?
Awesome. Thanks for calling.
Same old thing,
Don't you work with Derek, right?
No, I talk to Derek. I mean, I'm good friends with Derek, but I don't work with Derek.
Derek Ross over at Android Authority. I think that's where he's at now. Good guy. He's a good friend. So cool, man. Well, thanks for helping me test the system.
Yeah, I just want to be your guinea pig,
I like guinea pigs. Just ask I almost just asked my wife.
Okay.
No, that's
Scotty.
All right, Trevor. Thanks a lot.
Wait. No. Leave Trevor on.
Hold on. Vince is pulling out his bag of tricks.
Yeah, since he was such a nice guy to help us out here, I got $10 for him for Google.
I can't hear his audio, so.
We can't hear you, Vince. Good.
I blame Scotty.
Everybody blames me.
No, here. This is for you.
Nice. Trevor,
send us a
$10 Google Play gift card.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Just send us an email and I'll send him the redemption code.
Here, Trevor, just hit up the hashtag Android account in the chat. That's Vincent. And just hit him up and he'll reply with the redemption code on the back of that.
Okay, thank you guys very much.
Sweet. All right, man. Take care, bro.
You too.
Later, Gator. I love the live callers thing, man. The live callers thing is I don't know. It just kind of makes things awesome. How's that? So, I got one more Ingress invite if anybody wants one. Let's get this over on Google Plus. Sudo kill /9. Oh, nice. Okay, one more Ingress invite to give away. I swear I'm thinking back at my old broadcast rig, and I had to use Flash Media Live Encoder and stream out to the Flash Media.
Niantic says Ingress notification. Identities destroyed by.
Yeah, Ingress. I gotta figure out how to turn that off.
Hey, Scotty, is this mic any better?
I don't know. Do you guys hear him in the chat room? Is it better? Speak. Say your ABCs or something.
ABC. I don't know. Brown cow.
That sounds
brown
good to me.
cow.
Yeah, I'm hearing sounds the same from Kristen.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, okay. One more Ingress invite to give out on hashtag Android and the Android Show. Come watch now. Call in 347 838.9645. Okay, hopefully I got that correct this time because transpose numbers. All right, so we got one more. 347-838-9645 is the number, and Vince looks like he's probably got some more goodies. So
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, man, he's always got stuff. So yeah, anyways, give us a call. Wait, if people call into Scotty and he has headphones, they can't hear Vince, right? No, you should be able to hear Vince just fine when you call in. You should be able to. I'd hope so. I think so. I think
You
that's
give it a shot.
Yeah, if someone wants to call in and test. So Toaster says he couldn't hear you. That's interesting.
Really?
I might have to explore that further. Why your audio in the Hangouts?
Do I have to be on Skype or something?
Well, I do have you on Skype, but I mean they're on Skype, but you're not on Skype. When someone calls in, both of you are hard to hear. I wonder if that has to do with this over here. Let's pull open the mixer. You guys are all my guinea pigs tonight. Google Talk plugin. I bet that helps. Speak again, dude.
What's up?
Oh my goodness.
Too loud?
Yeah, I bet. No, it's perfect now. I turned up your audio.
There we go.
That makes a huge difference. Someone call in 347-838-9645 and help us test this. 347-838-9645. I like that number. It's a New York number. So, yeah. So let's talk while we're waiting for someone to call in. Let's talk a little bit about some of the CES stuff. That's been floating around. I got to seriously thank everybody that is currently at CES and that has paid untold amounts of money for hotel rooms and all that other stuff, who are feeding us just excellent news. It's really great to get. I mean, literally, like 24 streams of news coming in. It's kind of like I got my own personal little army at CES that I didn't have to pay. So, that's funny. Let's talk some CES news. I wanted to say something about T-Mobile and T-Mobile's CEO the other day, who during their keynote. Let me see if I can pull up his quote, which is just phenomenal for those of you guys that haven't read this. So, CES is huge, real huge. And the John Legere, I think his name's pronounced Legere. He is the CEO of T-Mobile, and T-Mobile has, kind of the last couple of years they've been kind of trying to redefine themselves, especially after the whole failed AT&T merger. And I had a conversation with the T-Mobile Google Plus account the other day where they called themselves the Uncarrier. I said, what is an Uncarrier? What does that mean? What is an Uncarrier? I don't understand that. And they said, well, you'll just have to wait and see. And then 2 hours later, T-Mobile CEO hit the stage at CES for their kind of keynote thing. So I got to tell you, let me find the quote, because the quote is just phenomenal. First off, they bagged on Verizon and AT&T. Okay, he called AT&T's what do you call it? Crap, absolute crap. AT&T's LTE network is absolute crap. And then he hit up Verizon saying their LTE is all well and good, except for it covers. He thanked them for covering the Dust Bowls of America. Let's see, here it is. He commented that AT&T's wireless network in New York City is crap. And then let's see what he said about Verizon. Oh my goodness. Come on, where is The Verge? Always gives me good content.
He's like a little chihuahua biting on the big dog's ankles.
Yeah. Also, I guess they got a one with they got a thing going now with Major League Baseball, and they're announced that they're going to be carrying Apple products within the next 3 months. I mean, he really just kind of went on stage and really just hit it out of the park. I know, Vince, maybe you might know. So, what was
yeah, I wrote my feelings on it a little earlier on hashtag Android, and I just think I think he's a joke. I think T-Mobile's a joke. I think the whole thing's just this big charade by the little guy trying to convince people that less is more.
Maybe, but I guess what it was is when he came on stage and just and started just kind of I don't know bagging on the other carriers. I suppose.
Oh, he's got balls. I mean, come on now. What do they have to offer? And he's sitting there badging on Verizon for covering Dust Bowls. I mean, they've almost covered their entire 3G network with 4G already, and T-Mobile hasn't even gotten started yet. It's like, give me a break, dude. What are you talking about?
I'm a T-Mobile customer, and I have been for years. But
My,
they've always been good to me. I've got great service. The price I pay is, in the grand scheme of things, reasonable compared to the other wireless guys. Here we go. Okay, so AT&T drew particular criticism with Laguerre, like so many others before him, labeling Ma Bell's network as crap in New York City. Verizon didn't come out unscathed either, with him joking, the way they covered those Dust Bowl states with LTE, I think, is admirable. And then here we go. Here's the kicker. So he says, so he's talking about shared data plans. He says a 5 gigabyte, 10 device shared data plan. When Joe Schmo Jr. wants to watch porn on his phone, isn't gonna work. And he said porn. Oh God, that's a terrible noise. Yeah. So, anyways, he just kind of hit it out of the park, and I wasn't not expecting kind of the way he came at the other carriers, and I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see where they're going to go.
it's just the small dog barking up a storm. That's all it is. I think what T-Mobile is doing right now is they're trying to grab a hold of as many customers as they can with this, no contract, low cost, non-subsidy, all these things that sound great, but they're just avoiding the fact that they're way behind, and they're hoping to grab all these people, which it's working. They might grab a bunch of customers, but then they're going to pull the whole, hey, now we have LTE. You know what I mean? Look, we're part of the club too. But I mean, it's a joke to me. I just shake my head because their service isn't great. They don't offer. I mean, just recently they started getting some decent phones. Their customer service has gone downhill ever since the failed AT&T merger, and my whole problem with this no subsidy phone deal here is, what does it matter? I mean, honestly, no contract is great, but it's not saving me any money. I mean, what's the difference? None of these carriers offer you a better plan if you buy retail, and that should be the incentive. If I buy retail or I buy non-subsidy, I should get a break on my plan, but you don't. You get the same exact plan.
I read something a little different, and what I read was that if you were going to buy a phone, they're going to do no subsidy, but they're going to still sell phones, kind of still subsidized, where you make monthly payments on them. And
Yeah, they have the worst setup for that. It's like, I mean, that's the worst one I've seen so far. With you pay a down payment and then you pay monthly plans. I mean, and then they call it non-subsidy. What's the difference?
right.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is I think what it is so let's say that your plan is $50 a month, but you're paying $75 a month, and an extra $25 goes to the price of the phone for I don't know, 15 months, 16 months, which after that time, then the price goes down to 50 because you paid your phone off. Or, and this is the way I understand it, or I can go out and I can buy my Nexus 4 or whatever, or any other unlocked phone, put it on their network for the $50 a month instead of paying that extra 25 to pay off my phone as well. So they're kind of extending you a line of credit when you buy the phone. I think that's kind of how I understood it as working, and correct me if I'm wrong.
I wasn't under the impression that you caught a break on, like let's say you had a $70 a month deal. I didn't realize, or at least I didn't know that part of that is your phone whatever payment every month. I always thought that you paid $70 a month and you paid your phone payment as well, but I mean, I'll have to check that out. As long as the carriers give you a break or give you some sort of incentive for buying retail, I mean, that's the only way you're ever going to get me to buy retail. Because other than that, it's just the issue of not being, locked into a contract. But if I'm buying a phone for, $600, I mean, luckily we have Google to come in and give us some cheap devices. But if I was to buy any other device on a carrier and it's going to run me $600, I'm still going to have to pay the full price for my service plan. So what the hell did I save?
But it depends. If you're buying a device, let's say we'll use T-Mobile as an example, and you're going to buy a Galaxy S3, and the price is $650 for the total price of the device. You're paying $50 for your service, and then an extra 20, 25, 30, or whatever for the device until it's paid off. And then once the device is paid off, then your bill drops down to whatever just your plan is. So you can either buy it subsidized through T-Mobile or whatever and make those monthly payments, or you go out to Google or whatever and you buy your own phone at one lump sum for $350. It's just like the Nexus 4. Okay, so the Nexus 4 you could buy from the Google store for $350, or you can go to T-Mobile and buy it on subsidy, on contract for $600. Same exact damn phone, $250 more if you buy it from T-Mobile because they're going to subsidize it, right? But I think what the plan is with T-Mobile though is the thing is in America, I mean, the overwhelming, oh my God, vast majority of us would never ever think to go out and spend $500-600 on a phone. I remember buying a Nexus 1, and I remember it was $549 freaking dollars. Okay, I've bought a lot of phones off contract, and I paid full boat for them. But the average Joe Schmo American retail wireless customer, you try to hit them up for $200 on a subsidized phone, and they're like, whoa, that's too much. They want the $100 phone, the $50 phone, or the fully subsidized free phone. So, yeah.
It is too much. It's way too much. The way the mobile world moves nowadays, you spend $600 on a phone, and 3 to 6 months, the phone is obsolete. It's crap. Well, yeah. It's insane. At least when you're on a subsidy, you trade that phone in, after a year on some carriers, and you get yourself the newer model, and you keep paying like a lease. But as for T-Mobile, if I went out and bought the Nexus 4 from the Play Store for $350 or whatever, and I go to T-Mobile, do I get a cheaper plan than everybody else?
No, you'd still pay the $50 a month for the plan.
So all I really did was I was able to get a phone that I own, and I can leave T-Mobile whenever I want without an ETF.
I would imagine so. I mean, that's kind of where I'm sitting right now with T-Mobile. I'm not on contract. We've got a pretty good deal for my family and my 4 lines, but we're not on contract because I've never subsidized a phone through them. I refuse to do it. So, okay, hold on. Annette, you were 704, right? Annette knows all about this. Hold on a second. Annette, you're 704? Tell me in the chat room your area code. Put me on the show. I will explain. Thank you very much. Yes, he's 704. All right, man. Sprechen, you're on the air.
Me?
No, I don't need you. Hold on a second. Yes, 740, he says. I don't have 740. I got 704. So he doesn't even know where he's calling from. TJ? TJ, huh? Hello? Is that you?
No, this is TJ, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know that much about what you're talking about. I was calling earlier. You told us to call. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to get... Oh, there he is. Okay. All right, you're on. Annette, you're on.
Okay, so they offer 2 plans right now at T-Mobile. They're going to put it down to the value plan, but the value plan pretty much is, say you get the S3, put $200 down, then you do $20 a month until it's paid off. What's nice about that is, yeah, you can get Verizon the same phone for $200 and not have to pay it off, but if you're someone like me who wants a new phone within 20 months, I pay my phone off from T-Mobile, I can then go upgrade again. So, I mean, it does have its benefits, and it is cheaper as soon as you pay it off.
Okay.
So what does your plan drop to when you pay it off?
I can't hear Vince all the way.
What does your plan drop to when you pay it off?
Say you have a $20 deposit on your phone each month, it drops your bill that $20. So say you pay $80 with it, then your plan drops down to $60.
Huh, okay, so if you're paying $80 with it, yeah. So essentially once it's paid off, then it just goes to the price of your plan.
But is that payment on top of your plan, or is it included in the plan?
No, but the plan is different. So let's say your total bill is $80 a month, Vince. $60 goes to your plan, $20 goes to your phone. Once your phone's paid off, then the $20 is no longer applicable, and you're only paying $60 for your plan.
But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Contract, you could actually, they're going to do the prepaid where for prepaid they're going to offer unlimited data, so you wouldn't even have to sign a contract that way.
You still have to pay $70 a month, which everyone else has to pay too.
But you only pay $70 a month because you got $20 on the phone. Once the phone's paid off, it's $50 a month. Or if you come there with your own phone, like right now, if I went to Swappa and I bought a Galaxy Nexus and I went to T-Mobile, they'd say, okay, well, it's $50 a month. But if I went to T-Mobile and said, hey, I want your service. Oh, and by the way, I want to make payments on this phone. They'd be like, all right, it's $50 for your service, $20 a month for your phone. Yeah, do you see?
Correct.
And then once your phone's paid off with T-Mobile, then it's only $50.
No, I understand that. My point is that none of these carriers are giving anyone who buys retail or non-subsidy a break on their actual plan. They may be giving them a break there's really no break. It's you're just saving yourself from making the payments. But if I buy a Nexus 4 from the Play Store and I go sign up at T-Mobile, something like those that don't subsidize the phone pay, say, $50 a month. Those who subsidize a phone pay $70 a month for the plan, not including what you have to pay for the phone. I'm saying for the plan in general.
Sure, but why should T-Mobile cut their plan down just because you come to them with a non-subsidized phone?
Because supposedly the argument is that these companies, they subsidize phones, or because they're subsidizing their phones, they are charging more for their plans. That's been what everyone is saying is, oh, your plan is so expensive because we have to subsidize phones. Right. Okay, so then if I come to you with a non-subsidized phone, then my plan shouldn't be as expensive, right?
But even Verizon is looking at doing the same thing possibly down the road. So I mean, hell, you could take a Verizon phone in to get it activated on a new line, and the price plan is still going to be the same, just if you were to pay the $200 on the upgrade price.
Well, that's what I mean. It's all a play on words. It's really not changing anything. Carriers are going to make the same exact money on their plans as they always have been. They're just not, just depend. If more people come to them with a phone they already have, then obviously they're not going to make that extra money off of a phone purchase. But as for their actual service, they're not losing a dime on anyone who comes to them with or without a subsidy.
I totally. Now, Annette, can you hear him better now?
Yeah, it's a lot better. I can actually hear Vincent.
That's because I fixed it, because I'm awesome.
So from a carrier's point of view, sure, they're going to say, hell yeah, let's go non-subsidy. What do they care? They're still getting the same amount for the plan.
Of course, but but you got to understand too that all the carriers. I mean, as consumers, as wireless consumers, we're conditioned to kind of think this way. Like, I'll give you a great example. I have 4 lines on my T-Mobile account. After taxes, after all the bills are paid, the check that I write every month for T-Mobile is $155 for 4 lines.
You can't beat that.
And on those 4 lines, 2 of them are unlimited text. Unlimited text. Unlimited calling, and unlimited high-speed data, uncapped. I got in on the uncapped shit. So mine and Nicole's lines are completely 100% truly, oh my God, Sprint awesome, unlimited. Now, the other 2 lines are for my kids, for my girls. And my girls' 2 lines, they're unlimited talks, unlimited text, but they're both at 2 gig data caps. After the 2 gigs, it's throttled. And I pay $155 a month for all 4 lines. And when I think about this now, if I were to have individual, if I had to have individual lines of service for each one, that's $200 per month plus taxes. I'd be looking at paying like $230, $240 for all 4 lines. But instead, I'm paying $155 because I'm on the family plan and all this other shit and bells and whistles. So really, I kind of think when I look at it in the grand scheme of things, I still think I'm getting bent over. Because I think that the average wireless service should cost no more than $30 a month per line, really. But in the grand scheme of things, when I look at other people's bills like Verizon and AT&T, and I see, I hear one guy, he tells me I got one line of service and I pay $75 a month. And I'm like, well, shit, I got 4 lines and I'm paying twice that. I could be paying 4 times that. I mean, do you see where I'm going with that?
Yeah, I mean, hell, I work for Verizon and have T-Mobile, and you can see the difference clearly. Like, it's just ridiculous. They need to offer more different data plans because, I mean, hell, you got people going on the share everything plan, and yeah, you can do 10 devices, but I mean, you can get 10 gigs and go higher, but it just costs so much compared to
right. But there's
a lot
reason
of
for
things.
this. Okay, so as the wireless industry has evolved over, let's take the last, I'm 36, maybe, I don't know, 26, 10 years. So let's say 10 years ago when wireless really started kind of evolving, all right? So back then, there was no such thing as text messages. There was no such thing as data. There was just making phone calls. And you were charged on a per minute basis. And you were lucky if you had a carrier that would round you to the 30-second mark instead of the full minute. If I called Vince and I said, hey, Vince, kiss my ass, and hung up, they would charge me a full minute for that, okay? So eventually what happened was the voice calls, the networks got built out enough that the voice calls weren't quite as expensive to maintain. So some of the carriers started saying, well, hey, we'll just give unlimited voice. Well, in order to compete, everybody had to give unlimited voice. And then along came this thing called SMS, text messages. And I'm sure that anybody that's remotely close to my age remembers getting a bill for $400 because somebody in your family went over your $10 text or your 100 text message limit for the month, and they started charging you 25 cents a pop. Okay, text message costs a fraction of a penny to send from one device to another, from one carrier to another. It's a fraction of a penny to send. But along comes somebody, a carrier, and they say, well, shit, we're going to give you unlimited text messages in this price. And all the other carriers say, well, we got to be competitive, so we're going to give you unlimited text messages too. So suddenly their margin went back down. And then along came data. So now we're all these big data whores. We've all got iPhones. We've all Android devices, everything. We got tablets, iPads, Nexuses. I mean, everything is running on cellular data now, it seems, right? And what are they doing? If you want an extra gig of data on your plan, it's $10. Are you freaking serious? You want to charge me $10 for a gig of data? Again, this is the new cash cow. So what they're doing is they keep, So they keep finding new things to be the cash cow. I have no idea what the cash cow is going to be after this. This is why I've had such high hopes for so long, and God bless him, Russell Hawley has heard me rant about this a zillion times about Google buying T-Mobile, because I honestly believe that if Google would come along and buy a carrier, hopefully T-Mobile, then you would see things like you would see your handsets and your service subsidized by ads, or you would see things like what they're doing with Google Fiber in Kansas City. They're bringing, oh my God, outstanding service at a reasonable price. So, instead of charging out the wazoo and making a killing on the service, on the wireless service, make it up to the customer some other way. And that's kind of where I say where Google is the company that needs to do this. Because Google they're creative enough to still make money, but they make good products that are reasonably priced. I mean, look at what Google offers. I mean, you want Google Drive space? It's extremely reasonably priced. You want a lot of their shit's even free. My God, Google Maps and navigation. I can remember spending $300 on a TomTom, and if I wanted to update my maps, it was $90 to update my map on my TomTom. I get all that shit for free now, thanks to Google. And that's why I'm saying Google needs to step up. Google needs to purchase a carrier, and Google needs to set the new standard for wireless service. Otherwise, we're going to keep getting raped as consumers. We're going to keep getting this runaround bullshit that Vince is talking about. He's not getting a break, even if he brings his own goddamn phone to the mix. And that's where somebody needs to come along and change the game. And that's where it needs to be Google, and that's why they should be buying T-Mobile. And I'm done with the rant. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I get so pissed off.
Let me ask you a question, Scotty. If Google came into this, however, what kind of network do you think they'd be running on?
I think that they would probably run on. I honestly think they'd probably go VoLTE. I think they'd go LTE and everything would be data. You would no longer have archaic voice service. You wouldn't have SMS that's sent over the voice network. Everything would be data. You'd have LTE IP. Everything would be your phone would have an IP address instead of an IMEI. Everything would be IP based, and everything would work better, more seamlessly than it ever has, and it would be much more cost efficient.
What do you think about Dish Network? You think they're going to do something with Google, or you think they're just trying to do their own thing?
I think Dish Network's probably looking for someone to help save their asses. Dish Network's getting their butts kicked right now by DirecTV and Comcast, and why I hold no allegiance to any of them. I think they're looking for someone to buy them to save them. What does Dish have with Google? What does Google and Dish have in common? They got Google TV, but that's not a provider.
Well, Dish would be able to give them the whole customer service end of it, which we all know Google needs help with. But
so does Dish.
And then Dish can bundle it in with their TV package or satellite package or whatnot. I don't know. I keep hearing these rumors, and I was just wondering. I was curious what you thought about it.
I don't know. Annette, you got something you want to add to that?
No, I think you covered it all,
I'm
Scotty.
sorry. I get ranting. It's being a customer who signs a check every month for that kind of money. It's just I'm by no means a professional or a business whiz. It's like, God damn it, just do it. Please just do it and make everybody happy. When AT&T talked about purchasing T-Mobile, all the T-Mobile customers went, "Oh crap! I'm going to go to Verizon. I'm going to go to Sprint." But you mentioned to any T-Mobile customer, you mentioned to any wireless customer in the know and say, "Hey, what would you think if Google bought T-Mobile?" You've got people who've been Verizon customers for 10 years who would say they'd switch in a heartbeat. Just the idea of having Google as a wireless carrier is wonderful. Why does my phone keep ringing? Anyways, all right, dude. We got another. You already have an Ingress code, don't you, Annette?
Yeah, we went over that.
Yeah, we did. Okay, I'm gonna boot you off the air and find someone else and give them a code. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, brother. Have a good night, man.
You too.
All right. So he could hear you then, Vince. I had
Good.
I had a little thing I had to tweak, and once I tweaked it, then it all worked out fine. So, boy, I just think that voice over IP is on an LTE network is just the way to go. So let's pull up area code 912. 912, you're on the air. Who's this?
Hey, this is Chris.
Chris, like Christian Bell?
It's Christian Bell, man. How are you doing?
What's up, man? There's my homie right there.
I've lost voice.
I hear the baby in the background.
Oh, okay. I can hear you now. I lost you for a minute there.
Oh, I'm here. Do you have an Ingress code yet?
Yeah, I have an Ingress code. I was just calling to test out the system. I wanted to be a guinea pig.
Vince, say something.
Hello. Now, brown cow.
I can totally hear him.
God, I fixed
Nice.
it. I feel like accomplished.
The delay on video is horrible, though. You can't watch the video while listening on the phone.
No.
You look like Chinese people.
Yeah, there's like usually there's about an 8 to 9 second delay from the phone to the video, and the reason for that is obviously it's a high bandwidth stream on the video. Yeah, that was really loud.
Sorry.
Okay.
I figured out I could listen on the phone and play with the baby at the same time.
Yeah. God, yes. Okay, man. I'm gonna let you go because I gotta give this thing away.
All right, buddy. Y'all be safe.
Later, Gator. That's Christian Bell. He's a good guy. When I first met Christian, I met him at the Android barbecue a couple of years ago, and he had like a huge head of dreadlocks. And the baby was just born, and I met his wife, who's just an amazingly beautiful person. I met them both at the barbecue, and they're some quality people, man. Good people. So let's pull up area code 704. 704. Who's this?
Keon X.
Who?
Keon X.
Oh, Kean. What's up, dude?
What's up?
I know that's not your real name. I know your real name.
But also, I don't need an Ingress code either. I was calling the same reason why Chris was calling, just to test stuff.
Kean bought stuff when I worked at Cruiser Light, and I looked at his orders. I know his real name. All right. Well,
But it's a secret. You can't tell anybody.
I promise. I'll never tell. I promise. Okay, I got to find someone to give this stupid Ingress invite. I can't. People are begging for this shit on Google Plus. I can't even give one away, man. God, that's crazy.
Yeah. I'll give the next caller something anyways.
All right, area code 731. Who's this?
Hey, is this me?
No, it's not you. It's someone else entirely. Let's try this again.
Right
Okay,
then.
let's try it again. Area code 731. You're on the air. Who's this? Hello, you're on the air. Gosh, it's a telephone, people.
No one knows what to do with those things anymore.
Like, I can only send a text message and check my Facebook. How do you dial a number? What's a phone number? How many numbers are there in a phone number? All right,
There's
let's
buttons on this thing.
let's try area code 585. You're on the air. Who's this?
Oh, I was already on there. I was just helping test the system.
Oh, you're TJ again.
Sorry.
Gosh, no, it's totally fine. You're okay, man. It's cool. So we'll just mute you again. All right. Apparently, I can't give away an Ingress code, so I might put it in my back pocket and save it for a later date.
Yeah, maybe save it for next week or.
Save it for next week. I know you've got a bunch of goodies too that we could probably save for next week too, right?
Yeah, sure. I'll do one more and then we can call it quits on that.
So, I'm done taking calls. I mean, I have no more callers in the queue, so.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll just save it for next week then.
I'll save them for next week. All right, guys. So, anyways, hey, yeah, phones are hard to operate. So, anyways, thank you everybody for listening to me rant because I love to. I'll go off on a bitch. So, anyways, this is episode 44 of the Android Show here on #Android. Please make sure that you're following us on Google Plus, Twitter, Facebook. I think we're even on Pinterest. I don't know, man. We're all over the place.
Hey, my wife made me do it.
Your wife made you do Pinterest? Yeah, because no self-respecting guy is on Pinterest. Yeah. Make sure you're following us on there. Share our stuff. Show us some love because we love you guys. And I promise every week we'll be here giving away stuff, have some great interviews, good quality content. It's great to see some familiar faces in the chat room. I appreciate you guys jumping in there. Little Asian dude, that's my guy. We got wasted in San Francisco together. Ooh, not like that. All right, guys. So this here is the Android Show, episode number 44. If you got any feedback, you're going to want to send it to contact@android.com. Subscribe to our RSS, Facebook, Twitter, G+, all the other good stuff. Love everybody for joining us. You guys are killer. We've had a good time. We'll be here next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. If we're going to do an Android After Dark, it's going to be on a weekend. Stay tuned. I'll tell you what, if you want to know what I'm doing in After Dark, I'll announce it on one of the #Android official channels, not on my channel. So you're going to have to go over and follow one of those. So there we go, guys. A lot of love to everybody. Have a good night. This is Scotty Brown from Future Sound. Watch that, baby.